Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Chad. This is the Wisco Boater channel. Welcome back. Today I'm going to unbox my Newport Vessels Seascape 9-foot dinghy. I know there's a bunch of unboxing videos out there, so I will try not to be, doing the exact same thing that everybody else does, but that's probably what it's going to be. So I've had this for, I don't know, 3 weeks now probably, and just haven't had a chance to get around to doing anything with it. I've been working on this Volkswagen Cabrio today, putting a new convertible top on it, and reached a stopping point on that because I threw away one of the old parts that I need, so I had to order parts. So now it's on to unboxing the dinghy, finally. So I'll set the camera up. I'm going to put a blanket down on the floor here and unfold it, and we'll blow this thing up, see what it looks like. I'm going to be very, very careful in opening this box with the blade. I'm just going to cut the ends and then rip the middle open. The heater's going to shut off in just a second, so sorry about the humming in the background of the heater. Alright, that's going to be the floor. Here's the bench seat. I do have a second bench seat in another box along with the cover for the boat. And then here we have oars. And the mangled box of a foot pump. That's definitely been opened for some reason. But whatever, I'm not going to use this because I do have a electric pump to use. Set that aside. Not sure what those are yet. And the carrying bag. So the boat is in this bag. I'm going to set up a blanket and I'll lay this back down. We'll get it unfolded. This boat is a Newport Vessels Seascape. It's 9 feet long, 5 feet wide, and will take up to a 10 horsepower motor. So I've read through the instructions here. We'll reference those as I unfold this thing and get it inflated. But let's see, we start with undoing the tie-down straps. This vessel is made out of Korean PVC, which is some of the best stuff you can build an inflatable boat out of. Just unfolding it, I can tell that it's the material is really thick, and because it's kind of hard to get it unrolled, but it's got a real nice thick rub rails on the side. The bottom has rub rails as well. There's a center keel protector. So I think this is going to be a really nice boat. I need to read the instructions on how to operate my pump, and then I'll get this thing blown up. The air compressor that, not an air compressor, it's an air pump. The instructions actually say specifically, do not use compressed air. So I'm not using compressed air, I'm using a purpose-made electric air pump made by West Marine. So we've got various fill valves, which are what these are. I just read that. Wires to hook up to a battery, which I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the wiring here in just a second. There's the connector that connects to the pump. Another set of instructions in here. And then this is the hose. Nothing else in there. So this does operate off of a car battery. I'm actually going to take a set of, well, not a set, but I'm going to take a 12-volt outlet plug, wire it to, or just connect it to the leads, and then plug it into the 12-volt outlet in the back of my car. Okay, so I had to make a little bit of a compromise here with the fitting that fits on the end of the hose. The one that comes with the Newport Vessels boat has these two tabs or ears on them, which correspond with this hose here that comes with the manual foot pump. So you would stick, there's an extra one here, you just slide this in like this and lock it in place like that. But the hose that comes with the West Marine pump doesn't have those slots, but it does come with a tree of different fitting adapters. This one is large enough so that I can slide this in. It doesn't lock in place, but it's nice and tight. So that side's ready to go. One thing that's a little bit annoying about this pump, or the hose, I guess, is the screw-on fitting here doesn't swivel. It's glued to the hose. So you have to stick this on and then hold the entire hose up to screw it in place, which is not that big of a deal. It's only one turn, really, to get it on there. But still, I mean, it'd be nice if that swiveled. Okay, so I've got my car backed up into the garage, and I've got a 12-volt outlet in the back. So all I'm going to do is simply and safely hook up the plug adapter directly to the alligator clips. And I'm just doing this for today. I'm going to make a little more of a permanent solution, but that's how that's going to go. So I'll make sure and keep them separated. I'm going to set a glove in between these two so they can't touch. This should work just fine by doing that. So let me move it over to the car. Leather glove going between the alligator clips. Keep those things separated. Okay, it's got power to the cord. And we got air. So the boat gets inflated to 8 psi, but you're not supposed to inflate any chamber more than 30% to begin with. This is a 15 psi pump, and I will set the marker here at 8. Actually, I'm going to set it at 3.5 first. I'll watch that. The filler ports. Oh my goodness, this thing is just thick and heavy. It's going to be awesome. All right, I need to see which port I need to, or which chamber I need to do first. Looking at the instructions here. Doesn't really matter, so. All right. I don't understand, because the instructions say that this is a one-way valve. And it's certainly just letting all the air back out, but we'll get it figured out. Yeah, it says right here. One-way valve makes inflation easy. The inner valve design allows air to flow into the hole but not out. Make sure the plastic stem is in the lock position for inflation. Push, oh. Ah, that's my fault. I did not lock the air valve. Let's try this again. Probably 30–40% inflated. There are 5 chambers to do here. Battery on the car shut off again. All right, well, I'm gonna have to somehow check the pressure, because I'm not sure this gauge on this brand new West Marine pump is telling me the correct PSI. I mean, I know these things are supposed to be firm, but that's feeling pretty firm. And it looked like it wasn't even climbing at about 2–2.5 PSI. So I'm gonna keep inflating and figure out a way to check it. I've got the boat about 50 to 60% inflated. I think I am going to use that foot pump though, because reading a little bit further into the instructions, it actually says, I was reading the wrong thing. So the floor is inflated at 8 PSI. And if you look at the air pressure guidelines here, maximum inflation pressure is 3.6 for the boat and 4.5 for the keel, 8 PSI for the floor. So I've used the air pump to get it to this point, and I'm going to switch over to the foot pump after I get the floor inflated, which is right here. So I get this unwrapped and get the floor mostly inflated with the electric pump, and then finish everything out with the floor pump. This hole here that allows you to inflate the keel after the floor is in. And that's how it's made to work. This is my first inflatable boat, and I have to keep reminding myself that this is not a toy. I feel like I'm messing around with a pool boat here, but it's really much more complex than that, and obviously much better built than that. Put air in the keel again. I think I'm just going to do that with the foot pump though. I don't want to risk anything there. What I don't understand with this foot pump is the instructions say that it's impossible to overinflate. But how can it fill something to 3.6 psi and also something to 8 psi without putting 8 psi in here? I don't understand that. When using the foot pump, the boat can never be overinflated. If using an electric inflator, finish inflation procedure with the pump supplied to obtain correct inflation pressure. So I've done that with the electric pump. I've got to this point. I guess I'm gonna switch over to the foot and not overinflated, I guess. I don't understand that, but get the drain plug out of the way here. All right, so okay, so foot pump has 2 ports, inflate, deflate. Inflate. Okay, let's see. inflated. I don't know if it's the right PSI or not, but I'm gonna have to check some online stuff to see if I got this right. Okay, well, that's inflating it. If I didn't do something right, I'll correct it. But for now, I think the inflating's done. I'm gonna put the seats on. All right, well, as has been seen before on my channel, I'm not one to hide my mistakes. I did mess up. I didn't ruin anything, but that plate right there that I thought was an extra seat is actually what makes the floor flat. So blowing up the keel made that crown shaped. So I've just let a little bit of air back out of the boat. I'm gonna have to reinstall that, and then I'll inflate it back up, and I should have a flat floor. Jeez. All right, the foot pump takes some work, but I got it inflated. And I got it inflated correctly this time with the plate that's under the bow section of the air floor. Keeps it nice and straight. There's a little bit of a crown back here, but I'm thinking that will probably go down a little bit when it's in the water, because obviously right now with weight on the bottom, that's pushing up on it a little bit. So I think maybe when you stand on it in the water, that'll probably go down a little bit. Whew, I got it dirty already. Look at that. I'll clean that up. All right, well, anyway, there is the Newport Vessels 9-foot Seascape, fully inflated. I do have a cover for it. I ordered this as an accessory. It came with the strap, and I guess that's just a mesh carrying bag for the cover. I'm just gonna let it sit here for a few days and make sure that it's holding air. Obviously, it's a new boat, it should hold air, but I do want to be sure. And it's only March 5th, 6th, 7th, something like that. I have no idea. I know it's Saturday, but I don't know what day it is. So I've got plenty of time to let this sit and be sure that it holds air. And then I will I'll put it up on some sawhorses, protected obviously, and then I'll get the motor installed. And the cool thing about the motor, it's a Honda 100, which is a 10 horsepower 4-stroke outboard. It's an old one, 76, 77, 78, something like that. But the colors of the outboard match the boat, navy blue and white. So I think it's gonna look really, really good. So from the back of my garage, thanks for watching this episode of the Wisco Boater channel. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and send me some comments if you want to. And as always, if you want to be notified when I post new videos like this one, hit that notification bell. And we'll see you next time on the Wisco Boater channel. I gotta go fix a drink, catch my breath. See ya.